Hey guys, I just wanted to touch base real quick and review one of the questions you had in the CSP ebook this week. You'll see I'm going to go over a few variations to make it more clear.
Okay, so I wanted to go over this code with you to sort of model what programmers do. It's all about trial and error. So the more that you play around with the code and the more things you figure out, the better off you'll be. Again, I always recommend you downloading the idle program. If you don't know how to download idle or you don't have a Mac or a Windows machine at home, just contact me and I will try and find a Chromebook program or something that is just like idle. But definitely, if you have a Mac or a Windows machine, download idle so that you can mess around with different code. All right, so the first thing here, I have this code that was in a previous assignment this week. So the question was, write a function that takes a number for a grade and returns a string grade. And then it gives you the specifications for what each grade should equal. So here's one way to set it up. So I have created a function called getLetterGrade. Here's my parameter. I have score. And then I have my if statements over here. So if I run this code, what I've done here is I've called the function, I've put a grade of a 98, and let's see what happens when I call the function. Okay, so if you notice, nothing was returned. So let's try and figure this out. So what we have to do to get the code to return something is we have to switch, well, there's two ways. The first way is we can put a print command right here. So I can put print, open parenthesis, and then close the parenthesis on the end, and then let's run that. And then it's going to return a letter grade of A, which is correct. 98 is definitely an A. So another option, if I just want to call the function and get rid of this print right here, what I have to do is I have to change all the returns to print. Okay, and then when I do that, I have to open a parenthesis and close the parenthesis after each string. So I'm going to do that for all of these. Okay, so now I just have to call the function getLetterGrade. And we're going to see that it's going to return the same thing, letter grade of an A, and I put 98 in here. So if I change this to a 60 and I run that, we're going to get a letter grade of a D. Okay, and you can name it, you can set these however you want. I want to go over one more thing with this specific code. So sometimes I get students who on their returns, it says none. Let me show you how that happens. So if I have print here, and I also have print up here, so I have print twice. It's like overkill. So watch what happens when I run this. I'm going to get the letter grade and then none. Okay, so you can combat that by either taking print out of here and typing return and leaving print here, or leaving print here and getting rid of it down here. You don't need it twice. Okay, so let's try another example. So here I've defined a function getLetterGrade, but I have left the parameter blank, and I'm going to ask for some user input here. So I'm going to say that the number grade, so whatever number grade the user types, I want to make the program return a letter grade. So this is going to ask the user to enter the numeric grade. All right, so now let's start writing some more code. I can have if numGrade is less than or equal to 60, the letter grade will equal E. All right, and then I'm just going to copy and paste that. And now I'm doing something wrong here, but I want you to see if you can figure it out. So I'm going to make this 69 and here a D, and I'm going to make this a 79 and a C, 89 and a B, and then I'm going to put else. The let grade will be an A. So then I'm going to print your letter grade is space with a quotation mark. Then I'm going to do a string concatenation with let grade. And then I'm going to call the function. Leave the argument blank, and we'll test this out. All right, so we have enter the numeric grade. I'll put a 90. Letter grade is A. That looks good. Let's try a grade of 60, and I get a B. That doesn't look too good. A 60 is not supposed to equal a B. So if you notice, the problem here is after the first if, I need to have elif. What this basically means is if the number grade is less than or equal to 60, let the grade show as E, or else if the grade is less than or equal to 69, let the grade equal D, or else if, so this is kind of like or else if. And then this one right here, this means if all else fails, and it's none of these scores right here, then let it be A. Let it be equal to A. If it doesn't fit any of these specifications up here, then it's going to fall into the category of A. Now let's go ahead and try this code. So enter the numeric grade, 98. I get an A, that's good. All right, enter the numeric grade of 60. I get an E, that's good. Enter the grade, I'm going to do 80, is a B. So now it's looking good.